Do you believe AI is destroying software profit margins?
Yes, but when the media grabs a hold of a narrative, we tend to run with that, whatever the narrative is. And again, we just tend to push things to extremes. It's like, okay, AI is eating into software profit margins. Of course it is. AI is going to eat into everything, right? There's nothing AI is not going to eat into. It's going to eat into efficiencies too. It's going to make even things more efficient. Whatever you were doing before, you're going to be able to do faster, cheaper, better.
Correct. Just like even in the .com internet, we're able to utilize things, adopt them and do things much better and more efficient.
And so, yes, it's certainly happening. And this is specifically software as a service businesses. And these are companies like Now and others that are being impacted by what's happening. First of all, when these narratives kind of catch hold, we just start kind of just running with them. And this is going to be bullish or bearish, right? So we just saw this with precious metals. Precious metals were going up. And so we all started piling in. The vast majority of the trading in those is occurring in options. So that's highly leveraged. And again, we come up with a narrative for that. It's all about debasement, which isn't a real thing. But we're just kind of run that to the moon, expecting that price rise is going to continue forever. And same thing with software as a service industry is that now we expect that every software as a service company is going to go bankrupt. I'm not making a recommendation that now is the time to buy software as a service type companies, but I think this is where you start paying much closer attention to the companies in this space, because AI is going to certainly impact them, but it's not necessarily going to replace these companies entirely. Now, some companies may actually go away, and this is going to be the hard part. This is much more akin to what we saw in the dot-com bubble, where people expected every company in a sector to just go away. And it's just all these companies are going bankrupt. AI is going to do all this. Maybe that's the case. Probably not. But this is where, as investors, that we need to take a step back, get away from the narrative for a moment, and start looking at some of these companies. As a business, software as a service is now as oversold as it's been at pretty much about any time on record. So again, these stocks have just been under a tremendous amount of pressure. Some of these stocks are already down 40, 50, 60%. And then secondly, this sell-off has compressed the valuations of these companies to kind of some of the lowest levels we've seen since really kind of going back to the big sell-off that we saw in 2022. And again, back in 2022, we had AI back in 2022. Everybody thought that this whole market was over. Remember, NVIDIA was trading like at $10 a share or something, completely crushed all these companies. And then of course, everything came roaring back. Our job is supposed to be to buy things low and sell things high, but we typically chase whatever's going up and we buy that. We don't want to look at the stuff that's going down. But this is where money's made eventually. And again, no recommendations here. I don't think the sell-off in these sectors are over yet, but I think these are where the opportunities start to form to really make some money in the markets.
Catch me daily on The Real Investment Show. The link is in the description.